From billion-dollar empires, to private armies, to global drug networks that shaped entire countries. These are the most powerful cocaine cartel leaders in history. 10. Kunso. One of the most powerful drug warlords ever to operate in Southeast Asia. Born in 1933, Kunso controlled a huge portion of the narcotics trade in the infamous Golden Triangle region between Myanmar, Thailand, and Laos. During the 1970s and 1980s, he built a massive network that produced and trafficked opium and heroin to international markets. His influence was so large that he commanded a private army of thousands of fighters, operating almost like the leader of his own state in the mountains. Kunso's organization generated billions of dollars and turned the Golden Triangle into one of the most important narcotics hubs in the world. Governments across Asia and the West spent years trying to dismantle his empire, but his strongholds in remote mountain regions made him extremely difficult to capture. 9. Roberto Suarez Gomez. He was called the King of Cocaine. Born in Bolivia in 1932, Suarez built one of the largest cocaine supply networks in the world during the late 1970s and 1980s. His organization produced massive amounts of cocaine that were later distributed internationally, including to powerful Colombian cartels. At its peak, his network was generating hundreds of millions of dollars every year. Suarez was not just a trafficker, he was also deeply connected to politics and power. He played a role in Bolivia's infamous cocaine coup in 1980, where drug money helped support a military takeover of the government. 8. Jose Gonzalo Rodriguez Cacha. One of the most feared figures within the Medellín Cartel. Known as El Mexicano, Cacha became one of the richest drug traffickers in the world during the 1980s. He was a key partner of the cartel's leadership and helped finance large-scale cocaine production and smuggling operations into the United States and other countries. But Cacha was also known for extreme violence. He helped fund paramilitary groups and carried out brutal attacks against rivals and government officials. 7. Gilberto Rodriguez Orejuela. The mastermind behind the powerful Cali cartel. Born in Colombia in 1939, Orejuela built an enormous cocaine empire after the fall of the Medellín Cartel. Unlike many other drug lords, he preferred strategy and corruption over open violence. Instead of bombings and assassinations, his cartel relied heavily on bribery, intelligence networks, and political influence. During the 1990s, the Cali cartel reportedly controlled a huge portion of the cocaine entering the United States. 6. Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán. Born in Mexico in 1957, Guzmán rose from poverty to lead the powerful Sinaloa cartel. Under his leadership, the cartel became one of the largest drug trafficking organizations in the world, moving cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and other narcotics across dozens of countries. El Chapo became globally known for his dramatic escapes from prison, including one famous escape through a mile-long underground tunnel. 5. Nemesio El Mencho Oseguera Cervantes. He was the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of the most rapidly expanding and violent criminal organizations in recent history. Starting as a small group, the cartel quickly grew into a global trafficking network operating in more than 40 countries. Under El Mencho's leadership, CJNG became notorious for its military-style tactics, heavily armed fighters, and aggressive expansion into rival territories. 4. Amado Carrillo Fuentes. Famously known as the Lord of the Skies. Born in 1956 in Mexico, Carrillo revolutionized drug trafficking logistics. Instead of using small aircraft like many traffickers before him, he built fleets of large cargo planes to transport massive shipments of cocaine from Colombia into Mexico and the United States. This innovation made the Juarez cartel one of the most powerful organizations in the 1990s. 3. Fabio Ochoa Vasquez. A major figure in the Medellín cartel. Along with his brothers, Ochoa helped build the organization into one of the most powerful drug trafficking networks in history. During the cartel's peak in the 1980s, they were responsible for moving enormous quantities of cocaine into the United States and Europe. The Medellín cartel became infamous for its wealth, influence, and violence. Ochoa played a key role in organizing trafficking routes and coordinating shipments across international borders. 2. Pablo Escobar. Often called the King of Cocaine. Born in 1949 in Colombia, Escobar built the Medellín Cartel into one of the most powerful criminal empires in history. By the mid-1980s, his cartel dominated the cocaine trade and was reportedly earning hundreds of millions of dollars per week. Escobar's reign was marked by both immense wealth and extreme violence. He financed bombings, assassinations, and attacks against politicians, judges, and journalists who opposed him. 1. Diego Leon Montoya Sanchez. Taking the #1 spot is, also known as, Don Diego. He led the powerful Norte del Valle cartel, which rose to dominance after the fall of the Medellín and Cali cartels. Montoya's organization controlled massive cocaine production and trafficking routes from Colombia to the United States and Europe. His cartel was responsible for exporting hundreds of tons of cocaine and generating billions of dollars in revenue. Montoya became one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives before being captured by Colombian forces in 2007. These cartel leaders built empires worth billions of dollars. But their power came at a devastating cost. Entire cities were terrorized. Governments were corrupted. And tens of thousands of lives were lost. Yet even after their downfall, the global drug trade continues,